Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. So we have another reaction: Killers of the Flower Moon, which is Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese's newest film. I'm just going to read the little log line here. So it says, based on David Grant's broadly lauded best-selling book Killers of the Flower Moon, is set in 1920s Oklahoma and depicts the serial murder members of the oil wealthy Osage Nation, a string of brutal crimes that came to be known as the Reign of Terror. And as I said, stars by Scorsese, stars Leo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, Lily Gladstone, not familiar, Jesse Plemons, which I recently just saw in is it Love and Death or Sex Love and Death on Max, formerly HBO Max. Again, the name stupid. Which has starred Jesse Plemons and God, Elizabeth Olsen. I was like, my brain was freezing for a woman. Like I think it was like a 9 episode series, but very, very good. So I recommend checking that out if you are a fan of Elizabeth Olsen or Jesse Plemons. And it's based on a true story. But anyways, I'm very at first. This has been out for a little bit, 10 days, and originally I was, even though I've heard a lot about this movie, I was kind of reticent to do the trailer thing on it because it's Apple TV, which I don't have Apple TV, nor do I plan on getting it at the moment, even though I hear there are some good things on it. But it's going to also have a theatrical release, I believe. It should. I mean, it's Scorsese, so I'm sure he would majorly want it. And I know Apple invested a whole lot of money towards making movies for theatrical release. It's just by Apple TV. As a production company. So, and as a side note, one thing, this is, excuse me, slightly, I'm going to make this comment slightly political or however you want to put it for a moment, but it is what it is. You know, over, the last, well, decade, give or take, there's been, a lot of stuff in America. Obviously, when Donald Trump was campaigning to become a president, there became the great saying, "Make America Great Again." To which I always think, and I've kind of related to other people before, when, and again, now I am proud to be an American. I'm glad to be an American for the most part, even though we've done some really stupid things in our history, recent history, as I'm saying. But one thing that I'm sober about as an American, who obviously you can tell by the color of my skin, is whose ancestors were not probably brought here. We're not here by choice. Again, saying "Make America Great Again." When has it ever been great? Because unless you are, in this case, it's dealing with the Osage people, but unless you are of Native American blood, in my opinion, again, this is not your country. This is a country of immigrants. We all came here by choice or by force or whatnot. And, it's a country that was founded on lies, rape, and murder, basically, of said Native American populations, and similarly in South America. So I think that's one thing that I've always kind of been a little. I think there should be more of, as far as what's taught in school, history and whatnot. People need to better. Again, I don't know I'm not even sure what's taught in school now, as I'm far removed from school. But I have a feeling that, like, the atrocities of history, especially the depths of slavery. I mean, slavery has always kind of been mentioned, but a footnote, in my opinion, as well as the massacre and the, for lack of a better word, genocide of the native populations of, North and South America. Is something that I think needs to be more fully addressed. Maybe it has been, and I'm just unaware of it. But as I don't have children myself, so I don't know that. But as many of my friends have children, and looking at the the younger generation, I don't think so. Anyways, so in that context, we may have done many great things over the years as Americans, but again, make no mistake. And again, I say this as someone who, again, I'm glad to be born an American and to live in America, that we must not forget our history. And unfortunately, that history as a country, this country begins with the massacre and slaughter of a people. So I am very interested to see whenever there is a movie, be it based directly on real events or a fiction based on nonfiction that addresses things like this. So, if you will excuse my rant there, let's go ahead and take a look at Killers of the Flower Moon. And here we go.
The Osage took their name from Missouri and Osage rivers.
Based on a true story, as I figured.
Kanska. Children of the Middle Waters.
I mean, already, Jesus. This looks amazing.
Said the great white father. There are many, so many hungry wolves. Can you find the wolves in this picture?
Yeah.
Can you find the wolves in this picture?
Mm-hmm. October. Okay. We're just going to rewind that back quickly. Okay. Okay, so now I could be wrong, but by looking at the type of hat that is and his outfit, I'm curious if, because I've never read the book Killers of the Flower Moon, so I don't know. Um, I'm curious if DiCaprio's character is a former military man.
The Osage took their name from Missouri and Osage rivers. Kanska. Children of the Middle Waters.
And I will say, I mean, looking at, of course, Scorsese's body of work, and I mean, DiCaprio as an actor, as I'm trying to remember if he's done directing or not, but I mean, as a producer, as a human being in general, the types of things that has been said about DiCaprio, what he's into as far as the environment and whatnot. If there was a question, which I know many might have, about respecting, well, not of course just the materials based on as far as a book, but as they are based on true stories, based on respect for a culture and whatnot, I definitely think Scorsese and DiCaprio will give that respect due.
Move, said the
De Niro.
white
Okay, and of course it looks like so he takes a wife from the Osage people.
So many hungry wolves.
Which again, as you look at, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Even today, still in some places, not just in the world, in this country, and it's ridiculous that as he obviously they see her walking with him, and they're giving her dirty looks and this and that, and again, I give respect to people in general for their own thoughts and their beliefs and whatnot, but people who those who still have this I don't even know what the word is right now. This weirdness, this okay, this opinion, I guess you could say, about how mixing of races is inherently wrong or something, or like I said, would just give a interracial couple these types of looks and things. It's just beyond me how we as human beings, how there are people who still do this.
Can you find the wolves in this picture?
Oh, can you? Greed is an animal. And I mean that is so true, unfortunately, which is what I think has driven a lot of the problems in human history. Freaking greed over resources, over title and status and whatnot. Again, you know, the native population, a lot of them were killed. Why? Because of so-called manifest destiny. People believe they have the God-given right to take these lands as they explore to the west, which is just such rubbish. Now, hold on. Is that Brandon Fraser? I think so. I'll have to look that up. That hungers for blood. Unfortunately, again, that's what happens when people are greedy. Can you
find the wolves in this picture?
And like I said, when they first said that, when he's reading the book to, I guess, his daughter or whatever, I totally could see this happening. This picture, like they said, of course, you see a bunch of the colonizers, for lack of a better word, and the wolves, because, I mean, that's kind of what they were. and by no means, of course, am I saying that white people are wolves or the devil or anything now, because anyone who knows me as a person, or I mean, for those who like actually know me as a person or anything, knows much of my extended family I've created for myself is white. So yeah, I'm just saying again, in a historical context, these are the wolves that came in to ravage and destroy. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, that just yeah. And I think it said when October. I am very ready for October, because this is definitely something that I will be seeing again. Because, like I said, not is it just because I'm a fan of Scorsese, I'm a fan of DiCaprio, I mean of film in general, obviously, but these types of stories as well. And again, we kind of saw a little of that in the Revenant as well. DiCaprio, and as far as Native Americans peoples. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I mean, it speaks for itself, basically. This is one of those things. This is a teaser trailer, where I mean, I'll be all for when the trailer comes out. I don't think to see another freaking thing. I'm convinced. I'm like, they have my money here, or my money through A-list or whatever. But yeah, anyways, that is my reaction and my thoughts to Killers of the Flower Moon. Um, as always, feel free to share, subscribe, hopefully give me a like if you like my content. Feel free to hit that notification below so you know when I drop more content, because it's kind of sporadic at times. Like I said, I'm being out of school until fall. There might be a little bit more now. But again, you never know. And as always, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the teaser trailer for Killers of the Flower Moon, my reaction, my rambling, as well as anything else you would care to hear me ramble about, take a look at, or whatever. But as always, thanks for watching.